We're back.
We're back.
This is the Why Not Us podcast.
And you are?
Carter Kramer.
And I am?
Michael McGowan.
Awesome. Anyway, go ahead.
You would. You are pretty awesome.
I know. I get it.
Hey, I do want to say this.
Sir.
This is heartfelt.
Please.
Can you look me in the eyes?
Nope. Yes, I can.
Thanks for doing this, man.
Oh, fuck off. Thank you.
I've had so much fun doing this. And, I think that's what people appreciate about us doing this is that we're trying to have fun doing it. Some of these topics, man, they're hard to talk about.
Sometimes.
For me, anyway.
Yeah.
I know you have less of a conscience.
It's 0.
That's perfect. Okay, dude.
So, hey,
Finally today,
after lunch?
a topic
Yes.
that I can get down on.
Okay, and I know you can.
Oh,
But here, I want to set the
some of
background
these are
first.
awful, bro.
Before I let you go,
I'm not gonna.
I have to give the backdrop.
Yes, no. Look,
Right?
this was brought to your attention from firsthand experience.
So
Something happened to you, and you were like,
so everybody.
right?
So I'm in San Francisco a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Right?
Yeah, not
And-
surprising, by the way. Go ahead.
Really?
Yeah, I just want to throw that in.
What is that about?
I mean, I know what you were really doing there, but
I was there with my developers for anyway. Anyway,
Jimmy. Okay, go ahead.
this is going off the rails quick.
Finish.
So anyway, I'm
You were there to clean up human feces off the street.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
As a-
I told you in a different
You
podcast.
should look into that.
I couldn't take a picture, bro. I couldn't do it.
I know, and I'm joking around, but it is sad. But anyway, go ahead.
So I'm in San Francisco, and so I'm with my CEO Sarah, right? And we go to this place
Yeah.
called Hog Island Oyster Company, right?
Okay.
So I'm there, like the company's paying. I
Right.
didn't pay. It was not me, right?
Okay.
I didn't book the reservation. I didn't book the Uber over there.
Okay.
I paid for nothing in this, right?
Okay.
So
So you were involved in no way, shape, or
Zero.
form other than
0.
you were there to
0.
eat.
Now, when I pay my rent every month, right?
Yes.
There's something called BILT rewards,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So I was forced into it. I'm not sure why, blah, blah, blah. So we're at this restaurant, right? We eat, we have a good time. It was great clam chowder, weird clam chowder, but it was good, right?
Okay.
Where the clam shells are actually,
Yeah. Coming from the guy from the East Coast. Man.
No,
It's,
but it was really
the
good.
fact that you said it was good. Is
But it was
surprising.
really
Yeah.
good,
Okay.
right? Good cream sauce, whatever. And so
If I had a nickel for every time I've heard you say that.
don't even go there.
I'm telling you, stop you, baby.
I think that you stopped for so long.
threw a softball.
Long pause. Anyway, so
Cream sauce.
we finished dinner, right? We're there 90 minutes. Stop looking at him. Look at me. Look at
He's dying over here. Okay, go.
So we're there for 90 minutes. We have dinner.
Right.
Great dinner, right? We have soup. We have an entree, whatever. It was great.
Okay.
We leave. We're in Uber back to the hotel,
Okay.
right? We were there for one night. We met with developers.
Okay.
During the damn month.
So quick sales in and out trip.
100%, right?
Okay.
So we go to dinner, right?
I think that's an important part of the story. You're not like hanging around the area for
No,
a week. Or,
no.
Okay, so keep going.
We flew in the morning.
Right.
We flew out the next morning.
Yep.
Developer,
Typical sales trip.
developers are in the afternoon,
Right.
dinner, and then we're leaving.
Okay.
So I'm in the Uber on the way back to the
Yeah.
hotel, right? It's me and Sarah. I didn't pay for this Uber either, right?
So nothing. You're like disconnected from the whole.
Completely. No,
Okay.
dude, I get an email from this BILT rewards. Hey, you just earned 2 times bonus points for eating at Hog Island Oyster Company.
Yes. Which brings up the topic.
Correct.
How do they know?
How do they know?
You know how they know.
Because I was sitting there for 90 minutes.
That's right. Geofencing. Right?
It's insane.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. And you and I were talking about this, and what I love about this topic is that the geofencing on like a high level has been around for a really long time.
Sure.
Like your general vicinity, your general area, they could tell if you're in a parking lot / store. Let's use like a Target or a Walmart or something like that, where they take up 20 acres space between the building and the parking lot, and you fall inside of there, easy to geofence, right?
Yeah.
And Mike, I have been involved in some of the not me personally in the technology, but in some of the installation of some of the systems that now can triangulate your location to within like feet.
and where you are in buildings.
Like that's what I mean. If those places have certain types of what we call digital antenna systems or DAS systems set up, they can tell which table you're sitting at inside the restaurant. And then from that point, they know, hey man, based on your check and what was paid for, what did you eat? What did you order? What do you like?
But dude, how do they know? So they knew I was there.
Yeah.
But how do they give me 2 times points on something I didn't pay for that I had nothing to do with?
That's a great question.
How do they give me 2 times points? And how do they know what my check was?
But it's a sales pitch to try to get you back to the
How do they know what the
right?
check was? I don't get it.
Well, here's the thing, man. Doesn't that kind of make sense?
No.
Because the next time they get you there, maybe you owe somebody dinner and you're going to pay the next time, so they assume you're going to go back. I don't know, man.
I don't live there. I'm there. How long?
Look, we don't know look, as salespeople ourselves, we talk a lot about algorithms.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about, numbers and about actuarial science as it relates to sales, right?
Yep.
That's what this is. Dude, the amount of data these people are chewing up and spitting out, and not these people, now it's AI.
Yeah, well.
And if they can truly, truly pinpoint your geographic location, the amount of data that's available, it's incredible, bro.
Dude, so first of all, so as a marketer, as a sales guy, as a business owner, I love it. As a civilian, fuck that, dude. Are you kidding me?
So scary.
Right?
So a funny thing happened to me right before I left, right? Here on spring break, kids are out here running around having fun.
I'll tell this story.
Yeah. So me and a couple of buddies, we decided to, dude,
Weird.
I get made fun of a lot because my daily driver is a Subaru. Anyway.
I don't know.
So I like to try
I know that
I like to try to prove.
You and the lesbians are good. I get it.
I am one. I don't know why there's a separation created there. Anyway.
That was terrible for me to say.
It was.
Jimmy, you should edit that out.
That was an implicit bias.
Thank you.
Anyway. Try to, make a point with the Sub.
Okay. Your son says Subaru's ruined you. But anyway, go ahead.
It has. Somehow, man, I became anyway. Trying to make a point with the Subaru because of guys like you that make fun of me for driving it.
Yes, sir. No, I love it.
And
how many times have we driven around your farm?
We went through shit in that thing nobody would believe. Somewhere in that process, I lost my cell phone. Now we have this technology, find my iPhone, right? Because I have an iPhone. It's all great. Just ding. Well, I always keep my location services on my phone off because I hate this geofencing, sales, marketing capability, information gathering, data capturing. I hate it, bro. I hate it. Why is it okay for my cell phone provider to sell the information of where I am, who I'm with, what other phones I'm close to any sort of company out there that's willing to pay for that information? I don't like it. And you guys know, every time you sign up for a new phone situation, you get the big long.
You don't read the T's and C's.
Terms and conditions.
You don't
right?
read the T's and C's. Nope.
And you flip to the bottom and you're like, agree all, because you want to use your fucking phone. Right? And you're just like, hello. Click on the thing.
Okay.
There's 100 pages of disclaimers that you're agreeing to.
Let's take a step back. When is that kind of tracking, and when is that kind of oversight? When is it responsible and needed?
Yes, there's
right?
Dude, great point.
There's a few examples. Yes.
I think there's super valuable uses to that. Again, safety. Okay, you and I both have daughters. If anybody saw, what was the guy, Alex Murdoch? Isn't that the case?
Right? On South Carolina?
Yes,
right?
Yes. This long-standing family of attorneys and judges, and anyway, it's if you haven't
corrupt as fuck, but go ahead.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's an incredible story. But essentially, he was found guilty of murder based on the position of his cell phone.
His wife and his son.
Yeah,
by the way,
which is sick as all get out.
Anyway, go ahead.
So, based on the position of his phone. And I gave you an example of this that I showed you, right? How it works. If I take Mike's phone, since I don't have one, because mine's lost in the woods. So that's true. So if I lock Mike's phone, okay, you can see it's blank, right? If I shake it, if I twist it around,
still blank.
right?
Oh, there it just came up.
Now, why did it do that? Because I slowly picked it up and
Yeah.
pointed it towards your face,
Yeah.
right?
Well-
There's so much data just in the position of the phone itself. I mean, dude, we're talking about actuarial scientists
Yep.
getting a hold of this level of data of the position of the phone, how it sits in your hands, where it's pointed at, if it's face down, if it's face up. The amount of data, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Now, that in a safety situation
Love it.
could
So-
absolutely
so-
solve a case,
so-
which it did
so-
in that particular instance.
So law enforcement, right?
Yes.
Which is that? What's that exemplify? Right? That situation
Yes.
exemplifies law enforcement understanding where your pings
Yes.
are at. This and you did the
Red
whole
flags, missing person
correct.
stuff.
The
right?
whole
I mean,
the whole thing
yes.
with Fannie Willis and Nathan Wade.
Yeah.
You know, with the prosecutors for the Trump case,
Yes, we
Yeah.
can tell your phones are close to one another.
right? And they could tell he was down there at her condo, and they
Yeah.
have yet to rule on that. Well, maybe they will by the time this is released, but
Yes.
like it's a whole thing. So what?
And again, man, to me,
Yeah.
this is what we talked about earlier. It went from, this idea of tracking and GPS tracking, which GPS is a satellite. Gives you a very, I would say, a very reliable, but very generic idea of your position on the planet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not very detailed.
No.
I told you, man, some of these digital antenna
circle.
systems
Yeah.
can triangulate you down to like within a square foot or two
How do you know that?
where you're standing because we
'Cause you
installed
built
the
them?
technology.
Because you built.
Yes, people are coming out going, well, hey, man, we're going to rip out all of the... No, again, man, there's a need for this, okay? So if you walk into, again, let's call it a Walmart or a Target or whatever, and again, I'm not just using that as an example. Those are big, layered up facilities, right? It's hard to get a cell phone signal in or out. So what do? They build a small digital antenna system
Inside.
so that you have a cell phone signal inside the store all the time. So that is communicating
I know Costco doesn't do that because you can get reception for shit inside of Costco. But go ahead.
Well, hey, they will.
I'm sure they will. Yeah.
Probably in process. Maybe just your Costco hasn't. I wouldn't say they don't do it.
No.
I would say maybe your Costco hasn't done it. But that's the thing. It's an expensive thing to do. However, that's the whole thing, and they had to justify that, right? It's like, well, people don't like to come into our store and spend. They want people to spend as much time as possible in the store, right? The more time you spend, the more money you spend. That's good for the supplier, right? If you can't get a phone signal in there, you're like, oh God. Oh, what if my kid at home has an emergency and they have to call me? You're out the door. Okay. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So, but then they have to build this really expensive system to give you a strong cell phone signal inside the building that connects to macro infrastructure outside the building. How do they justify it? They have to monetize it somehow to be able to get their money back. So what do? Dude, they use it as a sales tool, and they're like, hey, we'll do it, but only if I can tell that Mike McGowan is in aisle 6 looking at Jiffy, and I can send him an ad for Peter Pan peanut butter.
I love peanut butter.
Peanut butter's fucking
Amazing. Wait. Do you creamy or junky?
I go back and forth.
Really?
Actually, I do.
Really?
Sometimes I like the crunch.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like,
Wait. When you make a peanut butter jelly sandwich,
yeah,
put fluff on it, marshmallow fluff.
never done that. Is that a thing?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Are we talking?
I thought that was only for like hot cocoa.
No. You put the fluff.
Are you serious?
Yes,
I've never done marshmallow fluff.
on a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
God, what's even in that?
Sugar. And that's it.
Exorbitant amounts of sugar.
That's it.
Oh.
Wait. So I get it. So for marketing purposes, it makes a lot of sense, right?
And again, I think it was a necessity
Yes.
to appease consumers.
Right.
But it was like, okay, well, if we're going to pay for this, how can we monetize it? How can we take advantage of that
Right.
connectivity? Somebody's like, hey, here's how.
Okay.
And now, man, I've given you tons of examples. Dude, I've seen tons of examples of this. The rewards situation.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm wondering if
I'm trying to discredit. Yeah.
No,
I have.
I know. I'm kidding.
Again, man, let's say you're at a Ford dealership.
Yeah.
And you're looking for a new car.
Yeah.
But for you, it'd probably be like Toyota.
Here we go. Yeah. Go ahead.
Like a Prius. Anyway.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
You could be standing there on the lot.
Yeah.
and you get a message from, you know, the GM dealership down the road that says, hey man, we will beat their price by X on this model. Come test drive one. I mean, it's infinite, bro. It's infinite the ways that this is used.
So as a marketer, as a business owner,
yes,
like there's a lot of advantages to that.
So
right?
many.
And I said this earlier.
Infinite amount of data.
So listen, call tracking helps you get insights to days of the week when people reach out to you the most, when during the day your people call your business, how well your team members are handling callers, who answers the phone. Like, dude,
infinite amount of data.
all of that data, it goes into like an algorithm and tells you who's doing what when,
correct,
and what are
and where,
and what are tendencies too,
and where,
right?
Do you think about how important that is, and where?
So, but let's go back to my original why we started this. They knew I was in in San Francisco. I was in Hog Island Oyster Company.
Yeah,
and I was eating for 90 minutes.
Say that 3 times fast.
I can't. Right. I was gonna tell you I can't.
Came out in slow motion.
Right.
Great.
But so for marketing, I love it.
Yeah. There's tons of. We talked about this. There's tons of great uses for it.
As a civilian, I hate it.
You're being watched.
Are you kidding me?
It's Big Brother. So it's kind of what we talked about with the banking information being, you know, given away or utilized against us to be able to put you in a group. Yep. Put you in a data group, into a research group, into a whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
I mean, and again, man, not to say that it's not like there's going to be so much valuable information that will be gathered from this stuff, but you guys know, just like everything else, there are evil that are going to get a hold of this data and they're going to use it to their advantage. So I want to make money.
I want to come back to marketing, but think about it this in the law enforcement world, and the parent world,
right?
I know where my daughter is. I gotta pull it up right now.
Yeah,
I know where she is.
What do you use for that? Like Life 360?
No, just M-Spy, by the way.
Okay. M-Spy. Yeah, so I know that. Yeah, we've used Life 360 to you know, keep an eye on where kids are, and you know, you can see how fast they're driving.
Yeah,
you know, all those different things.
Well, you can see where they're at.
Absolutely.
And all you gotta do is I text Addison. I go, hey, where you at? What are you doing?
Right.
And she'll answer.
Yeah.
Maybe not right away, but she'll answer.
Yeah, you try not to be a spy. Exactly. But sometimes if you have to, you know.
Parental control.
Right.
And for law enforcement, I think it makes a lot of sense. Right. But there's also in law enforcement, there's a bunch of stuff you have to go through.
Right.
In order to say, I need access to these records.
Yeah.
Right? When there's a crime.
Yeah.
Or a serious incident, whatever it is, there's a bunch of hoops they have to go through.
Yeah. Dude, some of these companies are really serious about privacy, as they should be.
In Carpenter versus the United States, the ruling addressed technology, right? And the tracking of it, but that was 2011.
Yeah.
Right? And they said the information kept by cell phone and wireless carriers could be provided given a warrant.
It was a subpoena, right?
Correct.
Essentially a subpoena from a judge.
But that was 2011.
Right.
Technology is going, and that's what we're using, and that's what the courts are using right now.
Yeah.
To say.
Can I tell you a funny story about that? So when I left my old job before I started my company, my previous employer, you know, there was a lawsuit involved, right, because of a non-compete agreement, which I don't want to get into that detail, but yeah, it was complete BS. And one of the things that his attorney did was send a letter to Verizon and say, hey, we want a subpoena. We want to have visibility to his phone records to see if I had been contacting previous clients. And Verizon said, do you have a judge's order?
Oh.
And what was the level of the crime? That was the response, right? And they're like, well, there is no crime, right? In a legal situation, there was no crime. It was an allegation, right?
Yep.
And you know what they said? Dude.
So
good luck.
Do you remember 2016? That shooter in California?
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Remember Apple wouldn't open the phone?
No.
The 4-digit code?
Nope.
Wouldn't open it.
No. They take privacy seriously. But here's the thing, man. This has changed, right? Because ownership in these companies has changed.
Yep.
The people who are taking the data and information has changed. That's what I'm saying, Mike. That's where it's become scary. When these people used to stand up and they used to protect that stuff and say, hey, sorry, dude, it's not your information. Like I've been told now, like you need to, like in your will, you know, you have to be able to say, hey, allow this person access to my stuff.
Sure.
And if you don't give it to them, like, they're like, yeah, sorry, bro.
So
They can't touch anything.
So where's the line, right?
That's a great question.
Where's the line? I mean, when there's
And it sucks, bro,
when
because
there's
you and I
a crime-
agree.
yeah, when there's a crime like this, when there's a shooting,
So valuable.
and Apple won't open the phone,
Right.
do you agree? Do you disagree? I mean, wait, where you at?
Well, here's my thing.
Yeah.
You know, this is why I didn't find my phone.
Sure.
Because I have
That's the reason.
my location services
Yep.
turned off
Yep.
because I don't like someone spying on me when I don't. Now again, if I use Google Maps, I have to turn it on, right? Or if I use certain apps on my phone, I have to turn it on.
Location set.
But when I'm just living my daily life out in the middle of the woods, I don't like that people know where I'm going, what store I'm going to, where I'm buying stuff, what time I'm there, what time I'm leaving. Dude, that's weird. It's a Big Brother situation that I didn't ask for.
They're tracking everything.
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 Dude, it's nuts.
And
And also included in that, it's like I said, where you are when you do certain things. So again, they can tell, like, let's say, for example, this particular lady always searches this when she's at the nail salon. You know, she's sitting there for an hour getting her nails done. She always does this search. Dude, they figure out how to take advantage of that situation. They see the patterns, they see the consistency, because it's straight
it's
valuable data.
It's retargeting. It's bouncing back. It's all that stuff, right?
It's wild, bro.
I know, but what is it necessary? When is it not?
Well, let me ask you this, man. How long has this technology truly been around at all?
I'm going to say 10 years.
I would say longer.
Okay.
When were the first cell phones available to people?
95, 96.
Correct. Okay, so what is that? 30 years ago.
Long ago.
Yeah, we're old.
Am I that old?
Yeah, me too.
Holy shit. Yes, you are.
I know.
Anyway.
Only one of us is a grandfather.
Fuck off.
Anyway.
And I love it. So anyway.
Being old, you mean?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant being old as a kid.
You know, his first birthday is coming up in April.
Dude, that's crazy, actually.
Right.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
What's the date?
April 11th.
April 11th. Yeah.
Anyway, so
Right after my son.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, when is it necessary? When is it not necessary? That was the question.
That's the question.
In my opinion, this is one of those difficult situations where if we open this can of worms, which we already have, right? You sign the disclaimer. You say, yeah, I'm giving you access to,
or you accept the terms and conditions.
You accept the terms and conditions. We've already opened the can of worms. There's so many situations where I feel like it could be utilized to, you know, find justice. It can be utilized to find people that, you know, are being held against their will. I mean, so many situations that are huge, bro, right? However, who's going to get a hold of that?
And do something nefarious with it.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Something selfish, something greedy.
Yeah.
That's my fear, right? It's like, I want that information to be available in the right circumstance, but who decides what that circumstance is? What are those boundaries? I don't know that you can regulate that in the world we live in. I think once you open the door, man,
Door's open.
The door's open.
You're done.
That's how it's been, and with so many other things we've seen. Right?
So you've seen like some of the recent news, right? So car manufacturers.
I don't have a phone, remember? So everybody.
The GM.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did see some of this. Yes.
Subaru. You have apps in your car when you buy a car.
I always decline.
You scroll through on your little touchscreen and all this, and there's apps, right?
Yeah, and same thing. And there's a huge terms and conditions thing. You have to say, I agree.
And what do? Do you read it? No, you just go, I agree.
I don't agree. I always cancel. I do. I don't like that stuff, bro.
So anyway.
And they're supposed to help you. The way they sell it, dude, is that it's going to monitor your car's, you know, performance, ability, maintenance, you know, needs, et cetera, et cetera. So again, it can be a valuable tool.
But
but what are they doing?
Maybe it is. But these car manufacturers are selling that data.
Yes.
To insurance companies. They're selling it to Allstate. They're selling it to State Farm. They're selling it to Liberty. Right? There's
Was it the first time anybody sung a jingle on the pod?
Yes. So they're selling it to Doug and Limu, right? Like they're selling what a shit company that is. But anyway, they're selling all this data to those companies.
Of course they are.
And guess what? Your rates are going up because of it.
Yeah.
Because you had to slam on your brakes because some asshole in front of you didn't pay attention and he stopped really quick. Or you were going through an intersection and some guy took a left while you were going right. And it's like, holy
dude, we were just driving to lunch and some guy pulled out in front of us about toasted him. Right? Like that happens all the time. That wasn't your fault.
But you have to hit the gas or you have to hit the brake. And they see that, and the car monitors that.
Yes,
and it records it, sends data. The insurance company jacks your rate 20% because of that.
Yes.
No accident.
No wrongdoing.
No accident. No speeding ticket.
As a matter of fact, it's the opposite.
Right. You prevented.
You were a defensive driver and prevented an accident that easily could have happened.
But what it's an insurance company? How many times have I said this? A for-profit company, right? So if they can jack your rate because they read data one way.
It's never gotten any cheaper for me.
Hell no.
I know that.
Well, there's reasons behind that. But anyway.
Come on. I had a couple speeding tickets.
Yeah.
It was a fluke.
Anyway. But all this monitoring.
Yes.
Is it in our best interest or is it in the best interest of the companies that are going to pay for the data?
That's right.
I think that's the ultimate question.
I told you, man, one of my biggest frustrations with this particular topic is that. What is the cost of that data? If you really want to buy that detailed data or have access to that data,
you think State Farm
have to be, you have to be an upper echelon company.
You think State Farm or Allstate or Liberty Mutual or whomever doesn't have the money to purchase that data?
Of course they do.
Because guess what? That data saves them X. The cost of that data saves them X because the premium they're going to charge. And the premium they're going to charge on people that don't get into accidents and don't speed and do all this other stuff, but the premium they're going to charge anyway.
Yeah, and they can justify it because they have data to support it, even though it may not be correct.
And they never have to pay a claim because it's not that bad.
I take it a step backwards, man. Do small companies, and again, take the insurance thing out of it because there's no such thing as a small insurance company anymore. Go back to other things. If there are companies, let's say, okay, let's use an example of like developers. Okay. So D.R. Horton, right? Think they have the money to buy the data of who's out looking at houses, who's searching on Zillow, who's looking at Craigslist, who's looking at Facebook Marketplace. Craigslist even a thing anymore? Does it exist?
I don't think so. Huh. I mean, unless you want to buy a...
So you're saying my feet pics aren't going to sell on there?
Probably not. but my Super Nintendo will. But go ahead.
That's right, it will.
That's right.
So anyway, all joking aside, that company can, right? But can the small family-owned developer that's competing in the same community afford to buy that data or have access to that data? No, of course not.
Nope.
So their sales tactics and their ability to market directly to warm leads, which you and I both know as a sales guy, if you give me mittfuls of warm leads, dude, it's close, right? If you're out there searching blindly in the world that we live in, have no idea who you're even marketing to, and you're just waiting for somebody to call you, essentially, right? You're waiting to, again, you're an order taker, not a salesperson. How much does that make a difference in their potential? They can't compete, dude.
Huge difference.
They're removing the ability for the small guy to compete with this type of technology of tracking your phone, where you are, what you're looking for, what you're searching. Dude, they are limiting who can sell you product and who can sell you goods by this technology. That part I fucking hate. I hate it.
Because doesn't that, at the end of the day, doesn't that eliminate competition?
It's monopoly. It's exactly what it is, dude. Isn't it? It's just like the presidential campaign, bro. It's like if you don't have $600 million, you can't compete.
You're out.
That's a monopoly. How many people have that money at their disposal?
So we were at lunch.
So few.
We were just at lunch, right? And I said, hey, as a marketer, as a small business owner, I love it. And you said, well, you don't get access to that because someone else is going to buy it up first.
That's right. You're too small, bro.
Yeah.
The cost, and again, think about the value of these companies. Think about the value of Facebook, the value of Instagram, the value of TikTok. It's not, you think that people are paying money for this stuff because people are doing stupid dances on TikTok? No, dude, it's a data capturing machine, right? That's why it's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, bro, or billions of dollars, because they're capturing infinite amounts of data through that application. So, people don't even know.
So let's go back to the original context of this, the start of this. They knew I was in a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, you're getting bonus points for eating in that restaurant.
Right.
It wasn't on my card. It wasn't from my debit card. It wasn't.
No,
How does that work?
it's geofencing.
Well, but still,
They just knew you were there.
How's that? But I mean, how does that benefit me? How does it benefit?
Their hope is
I get
you're
extra
going to go.
points.
You're going to go back.
I'm just gonna keep going back, and I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
eating places. And I'm just gonna keep eating
Well,
places.
that's sweet.
I mean, I eat a lot, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's
It's crazy, dude.
I said this 1,000. That's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Mhm.
There's no rationale for that.
What was the place? The hotel that I stayed at in Tampa when you and I met there the last time? When I was
Oh.
what's that thing called? It's a beautiful.
It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
So I had been to Old Mo. This is probably what 3 or 4 times
The
With,
addition.
with Cavs.
The addition.
Okay.
That's where you stayed.
Yeah,
The Addition.
beautiful place,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I'd been to Tampa, I don't know, 2 or 3 times
Is that
before
the place where
Cavs.
I carried your suitcase all the way there?
Well, yeah,
Yeah. Anyway.
that was awesome, by the way. Anyway, I had gotten advertisements for that hotel before that, not because I was anywhere around that hotel, because I was at Old Mo.
Yeah.
And so there's some,
Okay.
if there's people that play at Old Mo that stay at that hotel when they're in town 1 or 2 nights, they know.
The addition.
How do they know?
And how great was that?
Do I want them to know?
How great was that
It
place?
was fun. That was on Veterans Day.
Remember when we went upstairs at a restaurant?
Yeah. We had the Tower of Seafood.
Oh.
Remember you and I crushed that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But in any case,
Right? But you see what I'm saying, right? I wasn't even in the vicinity of the hotel. I was at another location. Again, man, it's these patterns. They're looking for patterns, right? And we talked about this in an earlier podcast today about how you start to connect 2 things together. So, hey, you shop at Cabela's, and hey, you are a conservative, and hey, you search the term MAGA.
yeah.
You're on a list, dude.
Yeah.
You are. You've now checked a couple boxes. It's the same thing, man.
And so-
They're using AI and
and-
these algorithms now to suck that information out.
And so what's going on right now, like this big thing today, there was a huge vote against what?
TikTok.
Right?
Right.
So it was like 350 to 60 or something.
Yeah, crushed, actually.
Crushed it, right?
Yeah.
The House of Representatives never goes that far in one direction.
Yeah.
That many votes.
Yeah, I think you needed, 250
we'll see
something
what this,
votes.
we'll see what the Senate does. But they said, hey, this is what you have to do, right? You have to
Yeah.
divest yourself of the Chinese ownership.
Right.
You have to sell to a new owner. So what happens? Rumble like that.
Yeah, we're in.
We're in.
Yeah.
But do you think they're not going to sell the same information?
Of course they are.
The data is the data, right?
Yeah.
It's just they're going to do whatever they want with it.
Yeah, of course they are. And this whole force of the TikTok situation is like, hey, they look at it now as TikTok has become one of the most apparent providers of news to our youth. That's where these kids get their news, bro. TikTok. Now here's
Hold on.
wait.
No, stop.
No, you stop.
No, why?
No, you stop.
Now, why is that a source of news? Because they can't trust anything fucking else.
Exactly, dude. That's what I was gonna say. We're gonna say the same thing. I'm like, I'm not really sure that TikTok's any less credible than CNN or Fox News or any of the other major outlets.
No, it's just people
It's
giving their
people
opinion.
connecting to people.
Correct.
But here's the scary part. When we're talking about this gathering of information, they're going to intentionally put things in front of you that are like, see, I told you.
Yeah,
See, I was right. They're going to, dude, they know what you want to see. They know what you want to believe. They know, right? They know, dude. They know. How many searches have you done on your phone in the last 2 years?
here, it's
Infinite.
all of them.
Yes.
They always start.
You don't think they know what a degenerate you are from all those searches?
They normally
Of
start.
course
They normally
do.
start with PO. But anyway. But dude, Rumble is it's right leaning. There's no way Rumble gets that.
No.
No way, never.
No.
Because it's right. Because it's conservative leaning.
Well, again, man, all they're trying to do is say, look, if we are going to have a communist country be the largest provider of news to our youth in the United States, it is a
Well, look
it's a,
what
it's a
happened.
threat.
Look what happened when that bill was proposed. So it came out of a committee, if you remember, 50-0. The entire committee,
Boom.
50-0, said this bill needs to be brought to the floor.
Right.
And they fast tracked it. So you needed 60% instead of 50%.
Yep.
Right. and they got
crushed it.
and they crushed it.
Yeah, well, they get 70%.
Guess who is calling all of the congressmen to change their minds and to vote this way or that way?
Probably some dude from
It
California.
was middle school and high school kids.
Oh no, that's right, dude. I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard there was
It was a
kids.
campaign.
I heard there was kids calling and threatening suicide
Yes.
if they banned TikTok.
Not only that,
in the
yeah,
States.
yes, which is awful.
That does that tell you how powerful of,
Right.
a tool it is?
Which is even more reason for that thing to go into effect.
It's
They
scary,
were
man.
they were also calling and saying, "I'm not sure what Congress is, but you can't do this."
Right.
Come on,
This is our youth, man. Scary, right?
dude. It's awful.
It's awful.
It's awful.
And look, dude, I am scared shitless of the fact that there are people that are out there going, well, this is how I make my money. You know, this is my marketing platform.
Okay.
This is my, okay, I get that. How many of these fucking idiots are teaching our kids through blowing stuff up and breaking stuff and doing stupid things that are like, hey, if you just break shit and do dumb stuff, you can get paid like me on social media.
Yeah.
That's not real, dude.
No.
That happens to what, 1 in a million,
One-
1 in
one-
5 million,
1 in a
1 in
trillion.
100
1 in a
million,
trillion.
right? I don't even know what that
By the
is.
way,
It's a big,
we know,
yes,
right? Right. We've got how many thousands and thousands and thousands of views and all of our stuff.
yeah,
We're not making the money off this. We're doing this because we care,
that's right.
right?
Well, yeah, mostly because I care, but yeah.
That was
Really? That
even Jimmy said, "Wow." Even Jimmy said, "Wow." Right.
a gallery?
But to remember, TikTok's algorithm is not follower based;
No,
it's content based,
correct,
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not. It's who's interested in what,
That's what I mean. That's what I'm telling you. They're selling you what you're already buying.
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's now, but again, as you start to look at this outlet or this application as your go-to,
Yeah.
right? You're on it all day, every day.
Yep.
You're just, I mean, dude, that's why I was like, I got to get away from Facebook. You know, I started getting into stupid arguments and
Dude,
sucked
great.
in.
How great has it been the last few days?
Yeah, so I haven't had any
without a
phone. It's going to be a week, the day after tomorrow. And I've not touched a phone or
Where's
seen
that?
a cell phone. I told you, man, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to replace it.
Wouldn't it be nice to just get rid of it?
Dude, if you know how to get, if you need to get a hold of
if-
me bad enough.
Hold on. If we didn't have kids,
Yeah.
if we didn't have 10-year-old daughters, each of us the youngest,
Yeah.
right? If we didn't
Right.
have those kids, how great would it be to get rid of that phone?
I'm not sure that I want it.
Still, come on.
I want to go back to like the AudioVox flip phone.
The Nokia.
Yeah. Like I can dial 911 and people can call in.
the
But like,
Motorola.
dude, I want to go back to like, yes, exactly. Dude, I want to go back to like the digital screen where like I can't even text.
Yeah.
It's like voice calls only.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't get
You have,
pictures.
you have to three.
I can't get
times
videos.
to get a C, right?
I'm not so sure that's not the way to
We can
go.
play Pong on it.
I mean, honest to God, man, it's the thing. It went from, and this is what I hate about the world we live in, man. There's so many amazing applications
Yeah.
for this telecommunications industry and what it's done. Wireless connectivity, the ability to get a signal in so many places in the country. It's incredible, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, it goes from this wonderful tool to this thing that's being used against us. It's weaponized, dude.
Yes.
Politicized,
Yep.
it's weaponized, it
Because
becomes
someone-
a marketing
Because someone
device.
grabs it, right?
Yes.
Someone grabs a great concept and they go, how can I use this to my benefit?
You know what sucks, dude? It's somebody that has enough money, buys a great concept, and they're like, I can take advantage of this.
Yep.
I see ways to take advantage of this that you're not taking advantage of. Hey, you know what? I can give you $100 million for this thing and turn it into $1 billion.
And who's in bed with all of those guys? Politicians.
100%.
All the time.
Yes, they're
You know,
printing
it's-
money.
Pelosi.
Yes.
In bed with all of them,
Yes.
right? So, to the location finding, there has great examples of where it actually makes a difference.
Yeah.
In some cases, it's just a shit show.
We agree, man. There's a positive use case there that's needed, and it's being grossly taken advantage of by you getting a message out of the blue that says, hey,
Yeah,
man, hey,
yeah.
there's some bonus points.
Here's some
for
bonus
eating at this restaurant.
For what?
Wait, what?
How did
you
you know I
know?
was there? Yeah.
How did you know?
I was freaking.
How many times, man, have you been hanging around with somebody and having a conversation, and then you pick up your phone, you open up social media, and that thing pops up.
Or like you
Something.
might know so and so why don't you connect with them? How did you even know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, somebody you haven't seen in 20 years, someone run into them somewhere,
someone who's not
and then they show up.
not in my contacts,
Right.
but I was just with them. I was
Right.
My phone was near their phone. Hey, so and so's on social media. You should connect with them. Anyway, all right.
It's a lot of data.
It's a
lot of data.
Be careful what you share. Be careful what you allow to be shared.
Right.
To your point,
Right.
with data.
And here's a perfect pro and con example.
Yeah.
Your location services off are great till you lose your phone in the woods.
You can't find
And then it's not great because there's a 0% chance I'm finding that thing.
And then
Zero.
the chance of you retracing your steps that night?
Zero. It's because we were ramping a fucking Subaru, bro. Don't be jealous. You're jelly.
I'm not.
You're jelly. It's okay, man. I think I got a lift.
All right, we're done.
Honest to God, dude, it's a great topic. And
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting, man, because this will continue as, you know, and again, it's not to digress, but going back a little bit, we're talking about now our kids.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking about 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old kids carrying around phones. Dude, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
They're being tracked, traced. They're being manipulated. They're being coerced, right? They're being coerced into opening certain apps, certain videos, certain people to follow on these applications.
Because a 10-year-old girl watches 3 videos of people dancing silly dances, right?
Yes, and
which is hilarious.
The rabbit hole begins,
and then the ad opens up.
Right. It's very effective.
Dad,
and we agree.
Dad, can I get this app?
We agree. From a sales perspective, it's lights out, dude.
Oh,
Genius.
Love it.
Also scary as hell.
Yes, it is.
So, anyway,
whynotUspod.org. Why Not Us in all caps on Spotify. Why Not Us 1776 on YouTube. Please subscribe. Come check us out.
Tell your friends.
This is a topic that we'll go deeper into because we just hit the surface, man.
Yeah, it's never ending. And it's getting crazier every day. Yeah. So
all right.
Let us know what you guys think. Talk about this. Have you had this happen? Have you been on your phone? You start talking about something. If something pops up, tell us about it. We want to hear about it. Yep. It's real. Yeah. Join us in another week.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.